Sempre he dit que després del Barça no hi hauria cap altre equip.
Gerard Pique has finally announced his departure and will be officially moving away from FC Barcelona within the next 1 to 2 months. He will be leaving in January 2023. He did post a video on Twitter and on Instagram, and it was basically explaining many things, and I'm going to be basically laying out exactly what we have learned within this video. I did clip out a portion of this video so you guys can see it in the beginning of this video, and there's a reason on why I only clipped that part. So here's the thing, right? We have learned a couple of things. Point number one, he's going to be leaving, and he's going to be leaving Barcelona and retire. He's not going to be moving to a different club. Point number two, he's going to continue to support FC Barcelona and be a fan just like everybody that's watching this video. We're probably going to be seeing him in the stands just watching all of Barcelona's games. Point number three, this match that will be coming up on Saturday against Almeria, that is going to be his last match at the Camp Nou forever. So that Saturday is going to be a very emotional night for many Barcelona fans, the Barcelona club, and for everybody else on the field. It's going to be the final goodbye. Now, most likely, we're probably going to be seeing Pique get his minutes against Almeria, but the question is he going to be starting? Could he be starting and play for around 65 to 70 minutes, or could we see Gerard Pique come into the game and get substituted in? But most importantly, right, and this is going to be the main reason why I did clip out a portion of this video and wanted to show you guys exactly what Pique has said. Most importantly, point number four, even though this is going to be a goodbye for Gerard Pique as a player, Pique has also said within the video that he will be back, not as a player, but to come back to Barcelona in a different role. Now, many might ask, okay, could Pique be a manager or could he be a sporting executive? There are many questions, right? But if you look at what Pique has been saying in the past 10 to 12 years, he has always had an idea that he wanted to one day become the president of FC Barcelona. This is what Pique does mean when it comes to he will be back. Yes, it is goodbye for him as a player, but he will return. If you go back to 2011, you can see here that there was a report that has stated that Pique has shared that he would like to become the president of Barcelona one day. We fast forward 6 years later in 2017, and Pique continues to say, and I quote, "I'm not made to be a manager. I want to be the president of Barcelona. That is my dream." And then you fast forward even 3 years after that in 2020, he has also said this, and I quote, "If I see that I can help the club, then I will decide. It is something that I have always had in mind, but I don't know if it will come true. It won't happen in the upcoming elections because I can't. I'm still a player, and when you're a player, you can't run for president. But in the future, you never know. I'm a massive Barcelona fan, as all of you guys know. I like to help the club I love in the best way, and I know how to. And that means being really prepared to be the president of FC Barcelona. If not, then I won't put myself forward. It's something I'll decide in the future. It's a dream I have always had, but I do not know if this will happen." So you can see that Pique has always been very committed to becoming the president of FC Barcelona. And there has been many reports in the past couple of hours basically explaining that we could see Pique run for president in 2027, meaning by that time Pique will be around 40 to 41 years old. And it does make sense to see Pique take about 5 years to prepare and try to run for president. He has always said, just like within these quotes, that he wants to be maximally prepared to take on something like this. And you can see that he does have some characteristics when it comes to being the leader of this club. He has always shown that he is a leader on the pitch. Every time Barcelona were going through bad moments, he was always the first one to speak out. I don't remember the exact incident, but I remember like a few years ago, Neymar and Messi went through some incidents when they were getting banned or like a player got a red card. Pique was the only player and the first player to speak on bans like that, trying to defend the players and his teammates. So you can see that overall, Gerard Pique likes to defend the colors of FC Barcelona using his voice. He's very outspoken. But let's step away from the projections, right, on what could happen in the future, because another reason why I made this video is because I want us to focus on what led towards this moment on Pique leaving so drastically, and also what this means for Barcelona sportingly and financially. But first, before we go further into this video, I do want to speak about our sponsor for today, and that is the OneFootball app. If you guys want to read more on the Pique story and all the details regarding Pique's departure from FC Barcelona, you could find it within the OneFootball app. Also, if you want to follow a specific player or maybe a specific team in Europe, the OneFootball app is going to to be there to cover for you immediately and live on your phone and for free. The only thing you do have to do is click on the link down below. It'll take you straight to the App Store. You download the OneFootball app, set exactly who and what you do want to follow, and then you'll be set to end them from there. You can follow Messi, Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, Lewandowski, any of those players, or if you just want to follow your favorite team like Manchester United, Barcelona, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. Again, the OneFootball app is going to be there to inform you immediately and live on your favorite teams and players. Thank you, OneFootball, for supporting a content creator. But now let's go back into this video and let's talk about the key points that we have explained, because look, all of this is happening so fast, right? Like the issues that Pique has been going through contractually and sportingly, everything is being solved so quick. Because here's the thing, right? It has been confirmed that in yesterday's dinner that Barcelona had with all the players, with Ansu Fati, Pedri, Gavi, Pique, Busquets, and all of these players, right? The only reason why they met on that night, it is because that was basically a squad dinner for the farewell of Gerard Piqué. And then immediately right after, it was also said that Piqué has given up the terms he was owed until the remainder of his contract, meaning that he is not going to be asking Barcelona for the salary that was due to him no more. And let me tell you guys, this is a huge move by Gerard Piqué. Like, I think that many of us are ignoring this detail when it comes to his departure, because just let's understand just how big this is. This is going to open up the salary bill by a lot, and Barcelona are going to be saving up so much money because Piqué has said that he has given up all of the salary that was owed to him, because there were many sources back in August of 2022 that was basically explaining that Barcelona had to owe Gerard Piqué 52 million euros in salary this season. 52 million euros. But now, like what this report has said, Piqué no longer is asking for those 52 million euros and is dropping all of those remaining salaries. So that is what it means for Barcelona financially. Sportingly, this does mean that there is going to be a call for greater leadership from other players that are going to be continuing at this club, right? The demand for leadership is going to be needed more than ever, because Piqué was providing that leadership, and the two players that I really do demand to come out there and to be much more outspoken on the field and to demand players like Gavi and Pedri and Ansu and Ferran Torres to inspire to be better, it would be coming down to Ronald Araujo and also Eric Garcia. I named these two center backs mainly because Ronald Araujo has been with Piqué the longest and understands what needs to happen, now knowing that Piqué is going to be leaving and some things are going to be missing. And when it comes to Eric Garcia, I say this because he's the closest thing to what Gerard Piqué has been in terms of the technical quality. And I also believe that this does mean that another center back is going to have to enter this club. I don't know if Barcelona are going to be making a brand new center back signing on January 2023 or in the summer of 2023, because a fifth center back is needed. You look at what happened in the past 4 to 5 weeks, it's going to be needed. Like, we thought that we had enough center backs, but we do need a fifth one. We have Eric Garcia, we have Jules Koundé, we have Ronald Araujo, we have Christensen, but like I've said, you look at what happened in the past few weeks, many of those center backs were gone, and we had to rely on Gerard Piqué and also Marcos Alonso. So now seeing that Piqué is going to be gone, we need players like maybe Bastoni, right, from Inter Milan, or maybe Skriniar from also Inter Milan. I would love for Barcelona to choose one of these two center backs from Inter Milan and to join this squad. Now let's move on towards the next phase of this video and talk about what led towards this moment. And I think that Xavi has made it very clear, and he said, look, I no longer need you. Yes, there are going to be center backs that are going to come down and get injured, but eventually you are going to be replaced and sit on the bench like you once were in the beginning of this season. And that is one of the reasons on why we saw Piqué see so many minutes in the past 2 or 3 weeks. It is because we were going through an injury crisis. And I know that once we do have all of our center backs return and be fully fit, we will basically not even see Gerard Piqué. And Piqué knew that this was going to be a problem, and he knew that he no longer has a role under Xavi's FC Barcelona. And Xavi also does demand to have fast center backs who can be very comfortable being in a high line and to distribute passes very quick and also be very comfortable going on 1v1s. Piqué no longer has these type of qualities, and it's not because he just can't do it. It is because of age. He's 35 years old. He's going to be 36 soon. Now, Piqué has overstayed his term at FC Barcelona. He has been making way more errors than ever before in the past few months, and one definitive moment when it does come to his errors did happen very recently that basically wrapped up and gave us all an agreement, right? All of us fans, the people within the sporting department of FC Barcelona, we all came into agreement and said, okay, this is going to be the last of Gerard Piqué, because that definitive moment of Piqué making that error against Inter Milan that led towards Inter Milan gaining that 1 point that led towards Barcelona getting knocked out, that was the moment, my friends, where many again came to an agreement that Piqué can no longer produce at a very high level. And these errors do come with age. Like, when you get older, your awareness does go down. And I remember Luis Suarez stating something a few years ago, and he was basically saying, look, even the smallest drop in speed or in form within your body, that will show in Europe. And Suarez was right. We saw that with Gerard Pique. Like, yes, Pique does okay. He plays solid, but we need very high level performing center backs. So this is how I'm going to be ending this video. I want to thank Gerard Pique for his tremendous efforts over the years. He will go down as one of the best center backs in history, and especially for FC Barcelona. The fact that this center back here has won 8 La Ligas, 7 Copa del Reys, 3 Champions Leagues, 3 UEFA Super Cups, 3 FIFA Club World Cups, and 1 World Cup, that is amazing. This is basically a list of what he has achieved for FC Barcelona and for the Spanish national team. I did not even mention the Euro Cup that he has won back in 2012. So he is going to go down as one of the most successful center backs ever, and we are going to greatly miss him as a player. But again, like I have said in the beginning of this video, this is not a official goodbye. This player will return, but in a different role, and let's wait and see what does happen in the future. So that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news, and I will see you guys in the next video.